Hello and welcome back to the EPOS vlog series. My name is Mark Lico. I'm Ingram Micro's Solutions Specialist on the EPOS line, and I am joined again today by Scott Houston, a field sales engineer for EPOS. And today we're going to be talking to you about EPOS's first video solution, the Expand Vision 3T, how it works, why it's different than other video solutions, and why it's going to be a great solution for you and your customers. So we're going to kick things off by giving you a quick product overview by showing a brief video.
Experience an intelligent all-in-one collaboration solution for today's smart office. Enjoy a rich meeting experience with natural, lifelike conversations. Elegant and sleek with intelligent picture framing and exceptional voice tracking. You can join meetings with just one touch and perform like you're there in person. And to ease your mind, it's a breeze to install and comes with automatic software updates. EPOS Expand Vision 3. Video collaboration reinvented.
Now let's get into it. Scott, can you introduce us to the Expand Vision 3T? Give us a little bit more background on the product.
Absolutely, and thank you again for having me. So this summer, EPOS is launching our first entry into the video collaboration space. We'll have two models that are coming out. The first being our Vision 3T, which is a Team certified device. And then later on in the summer, around August, will be our Vision 3, which will be a SIP-based device for other UC platforms. But shipping now is the Vision 3T. And this is something where it's almost an all-in-one device where with the Teams version of this, we are including a Expand 30T speakerphone in there. So it is a certified input and output. As well built into it is the computing power. So it's Teams running on Android inside it. So this way it's a quick 2-cable setup, HDMI and your network cable if you wanted to, could also be on Wi-Fi, and it removes the need for bringing that laptop into the room to run a video meeting into that collaboration space.
Awesome. And Scott, it's really exciting that EPOS is now offering a video solution, and coming from, the Sennheiser audio background and primarily focusing on audio solutions, what made EPOS finally decide to launch a video solution?
Yeah, it was fairly inevitable. To grow within the space and also to really start into the conversation of what the new meeting space and collaboration spaces will look like. And it's funny because we actually wanted to release this last year back in 2020. But of course, the pandemic put a major delay on that. So holding off until this summer was quite timely, especially now as the conversation and the topic of the return to office intensifies, and those people are planning what that new meeting space is going to look like, taking into account all new guidelines, safety protocols that's going to be involved, and making sure that those devices in those spaces are easy to use, less frustration for the end user. With the 3T, it's a simple tap on the Teams button on the remote control and your meeting is launched.
Yeah, and can you kind of explain, I think you kind of touched on it a little bit there, sort of the ease of use, but obviously the video solution market is one where there's a lot of competition. So how is the Vision 3T and EPOS differentiating themselves in this space?
The majority of the video devices that are out there now are essentially webcam based, right? They're a USB peripheral device that you need to plug into a laptop or some other hub matrix in order to get kind of the room up and running. So several parts may be involved in that. So you also start adding in other failure points within the system, can cause frustration for, an average user to walk in and have to, turn something else on and attach something, as where with the Vision series, with that built-in computing power, all it is literally one touch of a button on that, on the remote or even on the speakerphone with the 3T to get that meeting launched. So it brings that frustration. You're up and running much faster, much more timely meetings, and also bringing not only great sound into that meeting, but also now a great video response for it with a 4K camera built in. So we are utilizing, full HD, especially on Teams that's running at 1080p full HD on there. And again, just making it an overall much easier device to use for those end users and to see those meeting spaces get put to more use as we return to office.
Absolutely. And I know you did mention earlier in the video here that there's going to be two versions of this device, the Microsoft Teams version, which is out now, as you mentioned, and the UC version. So how are those two differentiations, and that Teams or the generic UC version going to benefit users who may not be using Microsoft Teams?
Sure. The biggest difference is going to be on the software that's running them. So with the 3T, we are running Teams on Android. So Microsoft controls the whole back end and software aspect of it. To do firmware updates or do certain setting changes and things is done through the Teams admin. With the kind of generic 3 or the UC version or SIP as well, from there will be an EPOS interface that can be controlled from EPOS Manager and EPOS Connect to do firmware updates and setting changes and those things, but also to launch any app or UC platform that you wanted, whether it be Teams or Zoom, WebEx, BlueJeans, and so on. So there will be an offering for both for those places that may not be a Teams exclusive house and they need to have access to the other platforms. We will have that solution again later on in the summer, I believe around August.
Great. Well, sounds like you guys thought of everything. So thank you, Scott. I appreciate you joining me today. And again, the Expand Vision 3T is the new almost all-in-one video collaboration solution for today's smart office. Be able to perform like you're in the room with the people you're working with great HD video and great quality sound that you've come to expect from EPOS products. If you have any questions or want to learn more about the Vision 3, there'll be some information below, as well as my contact information. And thank you again for joining us. Stay tuned for our next vlog featuring more brand new products from EPOS. And don't forget to like and subscribe.